And we're back. Dignitas up 1-0.
And we're back after a short break.
I took it. I did not hold down the Discord button, so you didn't hear me. But the audience heard me. It's all gone wrong. I forgot I had push to talk going on. So that's where we're at in our evening, in our Friday night evening. Hope you're all doing well on this wonderful Friday evening in quarantine. Yeah, Dignitas up 1-0, taking that victory on Inferno. We're moving on next to Train to see if Able White can actually overcome them and force us onto a third map.
Yeah, man, I wish you could have seen my face there, Jason. I was quite shocked. I thought you weren't here. I thought I had to cast this by myself.
Yeah, gonna throw you in on the deep end. It's trial by fire. See how you do with it. Oh, man. You did great. It started out really well, I thought.
Don't give me participation awards, Jason. Stop it. Stop it.
All right, fine. It sucks. You're right. Moving on. Map 2 getting underway shortly here on Train as Able Esports White try and take it to a third map. Dignitas looking to close this out in 2. And I don't know. I was very impressed with Thea, who I don't know how long she's been in this team, but like normally when I've seen Dig win tournaments and win events, you know, it is usually like the Emily's going absolutely ham. So it's cool to see like a new name in the mix who's actually stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm so glad to see that it's Thea, man. I remember when I first met Thea, she was like this 13-year-old little girl at a LAN with her parents, just excited to be there. So it's so great to see her in this competitive atmosphere as well, just headshotting. And here we go, Dignitas already. Okay, that's a gift for Emily, finding a second through the smoke. She was just aiming for 1, but she gets 2. So that's a nice gift to start off this map here, Jason.
Yeah, the gift isn't just the kill, it could be the round as well. Smiley and Bouchard with a pair of headshots. Still a long way to go. They do have a kit. Bouchard's got that. She's going to tap the bomb, not sticking it just yet. There's plenty of time. Oh, there's a nice headshot. Now comes the stick. Shirley, Artstar turning around the corner. Oh, she's got a freebie. And now she backs away. And that defuse has to start now. So Artstar's going to take the victory here. Dignitas going to take the pistol round. And it's 1-0 by the slimmest of margins.
Slimmest of margins. Well played for Artstar there just to buy time. And whew, that got spicy there. That got spicy. That looked like a sure win for Dig, but a nice response for Able to come out and make that one a lot closer than it should have been.
Yeah, we see that. We saw it a couple times on Inferno. I think that's mostly where the curse comes in. Is just like some of these recoveries in these rounds have been pretty wild turn of events. Either way, again, another second round investment for Able Esports here on Train. At least this time it's in the first half, not so much when they're already dug into a hole. Pair of scouts, P250. That's an odd peek into the scout from Rain. Ooh, and Exile's doing some work. Another tag into a 3-on-3. Artstar runs out of bullets, but she's still going to survive. USP in hand. 1 on the bomb train to take her down, and Emily is in a 1 versus 2 against the Deagle and the Scout. Nice first kill as well on the Bouchard, and now she had to have known the angle, but the reload wasn't finished, and Kimmy is ready and waiting. She's got Able Esports on the board. It is returned immediately.
Thank God for Kimmy, but more importantly, thank God for Exile for the Able Esports White side of things. I mean, this is almost deja vu from their Train match from earlier today, this morning, when they played versus Dangerous Game. It was Exile's Scout that was actually just enabled the ladies to kind of rally through with all the splash damage that she did. And she kind of reproduces that once more here, finding those 2 Scout kills, making things interesting. Kimmy under some pressure, but she handles it almost as perfectly as you can with that AK. 2 clean kills for her. That should be this inner bomb site on lockdown. And yeah, Kimmy, she even finds a 3rd. At this point, Dig, they're not going to get much here.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, it's unfortunate considering how much money they invested. I mean, that was fully bought up. That was armor, that was pistols, that was utility. And to not even really get a kill, not even getting a plant, that's harsh. That one kind of sucks. 2-1 in the favor of Able Esports White, especially on the defense. Like, we see so many times a Terra side winning the pistol round on Train is like sometimes just the difference between, you know, even being able to compete in the map. Those rounds that you can build on top of that pistol round victory are so important, and this one stings on the T side of Train when you drop that second round.
Yeah, it's definitely going to sting. Dignitas, they surely will feel that sting for at least here for the next 5 rounds. Kimmy, she spots a little bit of a shoulder. She probably would have wanted to get away with a lot more damage than she did, but either way, she drops down that Molotov, holds down that inner bomb site for now. But as you can see on Dig, they've got a flashbang and a smoke to work with. Here's that execute coming through. Dig, they're just going to be happy if they can get a bomb plant. Oh, that's so much damage coming through on the Dig side of things, but the Glock's coming through and finding that bomb plant. So, I mean, Dig, they're going to be happy with this.
Yeah, and even almost a 3rd kill, which would have been excellent. As it stands, it's just fantastic. Actually, I don't know. Is fantastic better than excellent?
You're asking the real questions out here, Jason. You always are.
Yeah.
I would say no. I think excellent is probably the best, right?
Excellent's higher than fantastic. So that's what I had as well.
I think so.
All right. Well, moving on. 3-1 in the favor of Able Esports White. And a double op setup. We barely saw any ops on Inferno. And a double op picked up by the defense. Emily has the AWP on the T side here on Train as well. So now we're getting into it. Now we're getting weird.
We're getting real weird. And you mentioned that double op on the defensive side, that should provide so much just confidence for the riflers on the Able Esports side of things. Kimmy has a deep angle towards this brown hole. And she actually makes Milk push off just a little bit, but either way, that brown hall's control, it's Dignitas's for now.
Yeah, so is the information that there's an AWP in play. And now they hear a second one outside in the outer train yard. So now they know 2 ops in the hands of Able Esports and going to start pushing forward. All 5 players are here, but there's no success. 2 players at E-Box and ladder room go down. Another one completely blind is Rain. And our star, what can she do? Nothing, as the op picks her off, and Emily is late to get put into the action. And even she's just got to back off for now. But with 50 seconds on the clock, I don't even see how she's going to be able to save this. If you're Able Esports, you're definitely hunting down at some point.
Chase him. Go get him. A full minute left right now. Emily doesn't even have armor. If I'm Able's coach right now, I'm telling them, you gotta hunt her down. And you can see some movement coming out for the Able side. They do want to sniff it out a little bit. This player's going up the ladder. She's going to get caught out by Emily, but that's information. There's still 30 seconds left. Emily's got a lot of work to do to survive here. Or Able's not going to chase.
Yeah, maybe not. I was going to say, I'm actually kind of surprised. Although, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Sapphire and Bouchard just really, really cherish those AK-47s, which makes sense. Obviously, you don't want the ops to hunt. And it is still pretty early in the half. Maybe also making the decision to just preserve economy. So, fair play. But Emily is going to be able to get away with one. The question is, like, with that save, $100 in the bank, you don't get any bonus money living through that round on the T side, obviously. So, you have a glass cannon op with 1 flashbang. What do you put around it? And I guess upgraded pistols and light armor is the answer. And maybe you let Emily have as much time as she wants to try and create an opening. Try and get a pick somewhere with the op.
Oh, she's going to go pick off Kimmy towards this brown hall.
She's not going to be there, though. Kimmy is moving towards the upper ramp with that op. So Emily drops down ladder. She's going to be smoked off for now. I thought the same way. I thought because they saw the op with the angle at lower ramp, they would just have Emily go and challenge that this round. Not the case.
Yeah, definitely not the case. And that was a juicy grenade. Nice aim through that window, bringing Emily down to low HP. And that's actually going to make her even more kind of timid and not want to take too many duels here. But Kimmy, she kind of catches a little bit of a shoulder towards that brown hall. So that's information gained. And she's got a nice long light of sight here. But Dig, they still have a bit of utility to work with here as well. And that might be the bomb getting down here, down lower if Bouchard gets down, but she handles it pretty well. Emily, she finds another frag. This round is kind of all over the place right now.
Yeah, Emily's going to have to be so aggressive at some point if they want to win this. Rain taking a wide angle around to the bomb train, but Sapphire is going to try and close that gap. Although, ooh, the footstep was heard, and Sapphire snapped over a little early. There's the peek from the Tech 9. Exile with 1. Rain able to trade him off, and somehow Dig is making this work. 30 seconds on the clock, and it's 2 off. to try and retake and recover the scenario.
Yeah, man, so unlucky for Sapphire. I think she doubted herself in that moment. She definitely had some sort of a sound cue, like you pointed out. Exile, I mean, she just caught a glimpse of the op barrel on Artstar, but in this 2 versus 3 scenario, this is going to be such a tough retake, unless, okay.
Unless you have to save here with these 2 ops. There's no point anymore. You don't have a smoke for the bomb, even though you have 2 kits, and those ops are way too unwieldy and way too valuable to risk here in this retake. So what a nice adjustment from Dig, but Able Esports, I mean, let's be honest, it was a good adjustment from them as well. They put themselves in the right positions to hold off that attack. Just, as you said, the moment of doubt from Sapphire with that angle, and just, you know, a missed shot here or there, and that could have changed the entire fortune. So Dignitas have their second, much to the dismay of Able Esports.
Yeah, for sure. And Able Esports, they've actually handled all of these rounds very well. Take a look at their money. I mean, they're in prime position, even with the fact that they've been wielding these dual ops on the CT side of Train for many rounds now. They're still in pretty good position, economically speaking. And Exile, she's got a long line of sight down towards this T-Con, just holding down the line. And it does seem like Dig, they're approaching this a little bit more slow. Hopefully allowing Emily to find some sort of a pick, some sort of success with this AWP on the T side of things, because so far, at least until now, she's been a bit quiet with that op.
This outer bomb site is ripe for the taking. A lot of these rounds, Able Esports so far has put 2 players inside. They've just rotated that second one, Bouchard back outside. Nice pop flash to clear T-Mid. A late flashbang as well, blinds Smiley, but it doesn't matter. And they've got a couple of easy kills. Make it 3. And now just T-Mid to deal with, but the ops are trained into that position. And again, Emily coming in late to get involved, has 1 kill, but knows she's held down and still able to make the jump across, but can't find the kill. And Able Esports is back to their winning ways, back on the board. It's 5-2.
What a good proactive pop flash into that T-Con area to kind of set Smiley up for success, set her up for some actual kills. And this was just all across the board. Good backup from Bouchard, just maintaining that E-box control. And I got to say, for Dig's side of things, that was sloppy. That was discombobulated. That was one at a time. Yeah, it was just, it's definitely not ideal, and it's definitely not something that we were talking about on Inferno. On Inferno, they looked very polished.
Well, and this is their map selection as well, Train. So we'll see if maybe the later stages of this half have a bit more fortune for them, but T-side so far starting out a bit slow. Just 2 rounds on the board to the 5 of Able Esports, and rifles in the hands of the defense. And economy and utility in their favor as well. So big hill to climb for Dig. Again, though, looks like they want to lean towards this inner bomb site just to try and get a bomb plant. Very superficial presence outside just to pull people away, and it's not working. Bouchard has stuck around, a lot of damage. Kimmy eventually does fall, so the bomb's going to go down, but Bouchard should be able to recover from here. Actually, the bomb came in so late, they might be able to stop this. Bouchard doesn't turn the corner. They're just going to go for the win. The high percentage fights, let the bomb get planted, and 6-2 is now the score.
Yeah, really great reactions coming out of Able. You called it. That was Bouchard not biting, not kind of over-rotating on Thea's lone presence towards the outside yard. So good defensive look from Able coming out so far. I mean, their money is looking fantastic. Their defensive crossfires is looking great as well. And they seem to be hitting their shots across the board. I think this double op setup, since it's come out for the Able Esports side of things, they've been able to hold their ground and hold on to this sort of map control, and it's really making Dig struggle, or make them look like they've been struggling at least. This time around, hopefully for Dig's side of things, they've kind of discussed the fact that the trade game right now on this T side, it has not been optimal.
Oh, but look at the defense is so aggressive in front of the smokes. Good trade from Smiley. Back and forth we go into a 3-on-3. But that was just the initial attack. Now here comes the real power. Artstar moving out, and Emily's got one with the AWP. Kimmy's rotating back from the inner bomb site, but it's going to be far too late as the bomb gets planted, and Artstar backs up to a new position at E-Box. Kimmy taking that first step out of T-Con, finds the kill, and it's a 1-on-2. And she's got to hunt down one player inside of ladder room. There's a nade on Artstar as well, and Emily as well over towards Sandwich with an angle. Good nade. And Kimmy has yet to tap the bomb. There it is, and she's going to stick and hoping this scope changes things, and it won't. Artstar commits to the peak. A third round for Dig.
A cheeky play coming out for Kimmy. Valiant effort, but definitely not Dignitas. Dig is not going to fall for shenanigans like that. So they handle that post plant fairly well, fairly decently. And I mean, we spoke about the trades. Milk, she did such a fantastic job following up there and making sure that that initial contact, it wasn't all for nothing. It doesn't go to waste. And that really just opens up the entirety of that outside yard for Dig. So good reaction, good look for Dig to start the round off there. But we've been talking about Abel's economy this whole game. I mean, just take a look at it. Once again, a very strong buy coming out for them. But this is going to be it. This is going to be the crucial round for them to be able to convert this one to maintain that sort of control.
This is a swing round for the half. I mean, if Dig is able to win this and take the money away from Able Esports, that'd be massive. And so far, it's not going great for the defense. A couple of kills coming out for Dig. Sapphire's been spotted. Exile's in no man's land, and she gets dropped. Molotov in towards CT connector. They know there's still one to find, but nowhere for Sapphire to go. And Kimmy is left in a 1 versus 3.
Man, Thea's just doing so much work. She's now picked up the bomb. She's recovered it. There's a slight chance here for Kimmy, but she's gotta hit some incredible shots. That bomb's still not being planted. It's gonna buy Kimmy the perfect timing here as she peeks out ladder, but there you go. 2 defenders holding down the fort as the bomb is going down. So this is Dig once again looking really strong right out the gate, coming out of that T-con area and making these trades work. Thea, her reactions were so perfect. You can see that the communication coming out for Dig is on point right now because Thea was completely reacting perfectly off of her teammates and is able to get 3 beautiful kills off the back of it.
And look what it's done. Not only the 1 round, but also all the money's taken away from Able Esports. I mean, what, Exile's okay, but still, nice shooting from Emily so far, but now they're close up and she's got no teammate. And that's a good reposition with the P250 player jumping up over the top, and she wants nothing to do with that battle. She's got the bomb and an AWP as well.
She's booking it out of there. This T-con player in Kimmy, this might throw Emily off, and that's the bomb down. That's an AWP picked up. Oh, really come on, Kimmy. Come on, Kimmy.
Nah, they're gonna wait. They're gonna do this by the book. Flashbangs all over the place. Nicely done from Artstar. Even preserving the op as well for Emily. So just 1 round back. How quickly things change from a slow start for Dig now to taking control.
Well handled by Dig. And this is it. That double op setup for Able, it hasn't come back out quite yet. The money struggles is starting to happen towards the latter half of this first half, and it's just Exile now with the AWP towards this quad side. And a bit of a more slow approach coming out for Dig from the gate here. Just a normal old default here.
Well, off angle for Kimmy. Oh my lord, that was so fast.
Thea is on one.
I feel bad. Yeah, her shot's on one. Her smoke, however, was not accurate. It has fallen all the way down. It has provided her with no cover whatsoever, so she takes a lot of damage and now has to sit a bit far back, but it's okay because the bomb is being planted. There's no smokes. There's 1 kit on Smiley. And it's going to be such a tough task to get into this retake, and it's over now. Between Milk and that op shot, and now Thea adding in 1 more, it's over. 6-6, we're all tied up.
Wow. Things are changing really fast. I mean, just off the back of Thea finding that inner frag, I mean, it's just that snowball effect that we talk about a lot of the time in CSGO. It's just... that domino effect. Able Esports, they don't have those secondary protocols in place quite yet as a newer squad, so that defense, it just crumbles. And at this point now, all of a sudden, Able Esports, if they don't get things under control, after such a great start on their defensive side on this train, this might become one of those shambo halves. How many is that in a row here for Dig?
I think it was either 5-2 or 6-2 at one point. So it's either 4 straight or like 4 of the last 5 rounds have gone to Dig. They're on quite a nice little run at the moment. And it all started, I mean, winning 2 in a row, breaking the economy, and then things get easier. And it's been hard for Able Esports to set their feet again afterwards. So some tough times, some scary times, if you're Able Esports.
Definitely scary times, but Exile, she's gonna... Ooh, that's an easy kill for her, picking up, and an AK to boot as well. She's got the sound cues for Emily. They should know it. This is a 4-man stack towards inner already. Oh, but Milk, she handles it well. Kimmy, she finds a kill with that USP as well. Things almost look like they coulda, woulda, shoulda, but Dig, I mean, they reacted so well. They've been reacting well all along. And when Able has just pistols and USPs,
yeah,
easy pickings.
Even when they get an advantage, it's hard to kind of capitalize on it. Still a chance, despite everything, for Able Esports to come back and take a lead into the second half, but they'd have to win the final 2 rounds of this half. AWP trained towards T mid as the Molotov goes down as well.
Ooh,
Kimmy,
a nice little double push.
Yeah, well, nade in hand for Milk. She was just pulling out some kind of a nade to utilize it, but Sapphire peeks into the op over towards Ivy. Thea, as we know, she is not afraid to kind of challenge down ramp and find a timing, or upper ramp. Either one works. But we saw in Inferno, she was willing to risk a lot to get great positioning. And there's a chance here she could catch in a defender off guard.
Oh, for sure. Just her sheer presence alone, I think this might be some sort of an inner fake by herself. 2 players of Dignitas, they are kind of congregated towards this Ivy, but it's actually going to be the Ivy hit first. Artstar, she's already out. Nice flick. Nice adjustment to actually take out Bouchard. That should have never happened. And Artstar, she's going for more. She does finally get taken out by an Exile, and that's the outside yard gone. Exile, half HP. Smiley, she might be able to make something happen. That's a flashbang from her teammate to set her up. And she's actually holding down the fort.
Yeah, well, the bomb was so far back. It was dropped far away, so Dick had to actually hesitate to go pick it up, and because of that, it's given all the room in the world for Able Esports to actually make it out CT connector. We've been singing Thea's praises all day long. She's got a chance to do something stunning again. 1 versus 3, now into a 1 versus 2, and she's got the bomb and rotating towards inside, but Kimmy has already read the play. I think she saw the jump across. There's the Molotov, and that is perfect timing for it. Thea was in midair and no chance to slow herself down. We're all tied up. Final round dictates who has the lead going into halftime.
Oh man, oh man. That was I gotta say, that was a good reaction coming up for Able. I thought just even starting off right off the bat with Kimmy, with that double push towards that Brown Hall to try to gain control. But even then, Dig, they were postured. I mean, Thea had all of Brown control, and Emily and Artstar were towards this Ivy. So yeah, good on Able to kind of recover from that, even though they lost so much of the map there, and actually pull away with the W. And here it is, the last round of the half. Dig already out Milk. She's got a buddy, she's got a partner, and she's gonna push through this sandwich smoke. Perfect flashbang from Rain as well. But Able, they've gotten some of the trades as well for their side.
They've done about as good as they possibly could in that situation. And I think that's the final kill that's gonna seal this round. Exile, a 1 versus 3, flanking down ladder with an op. And already 1 trained on her position, and now she's definitely given it up. Emily is here with an AWP, 2 AKs looking at the choke point as well. The box shots, the spam shots aren't connecting, and again, Dignitas gonna take the lead into halftime. We're done with the offense on train for Dig. We're gonna switch over, they're gonna switch over to the CT side, and we're gonna go to a break, and when we come back, we'll see if Dig closes out the series or if Able Esports brings us to a 3rd map. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. next to the fountain. CEOs in business suits and private accountants. Summertime parties by the pool, we lounging. Then by night we out stunting on the main strip. Out of state trips, cars with the paint drip. How could you hate this? Jewelry in my chain sick. That's the life I wanna live. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. It's all about the lifestyle. It's all about the lifestyle. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. It's all about the lifestyle. It's all about the lifestyle. Yeah. Come on. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. Never have to worry if I have enough dough. Fashion show out in Paris in the front row. Party every night, I don't have time to sleep. Next day it's the same, just rinse and repeat. Summertime trips on the yacht to the island. Squad rolling with me and we do a lot of wildin'. A bottle of whatever you want, just put your order in. You can have as much as you want, there's plenty more of them. Yeah, show me the money. Show me the money. It's all about the lifestyle. It's all about the lifestyle. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. It's all about the. We will stand our ground.
And we're back. Potentially the last half of Counter-Strike in this series if Able Esports cannot muster up some offense here on Train, as Dignitas are up 8-7. They're up 1-0 in the series so far. And this time it's Emily leading the way with 15 kills. Emily and her AWP, which should get easier on the CT side.
Should get easier indeed. She's also got that kit and smoke
and
to start things
pistol
off.
round now. Going to be an attack towards the outside. Smoke wall set up at the front of the Train. Emily and Rain to defend. Rain's already got 1 kill. That's through the smoke to the head, and thankfully there's no one attacking an Ivy. And look at Milk's position. Great pounce, great double kill. And Sapphire's going to transition over, try and find a USP. And Kimmy's been spotted as well. I don't know what Able can do to stay in this game. 3-on-2. No armor on Sapphire. There's a smoke down towards the ladder room as well. They're going to start wrapping on the position, and Emily's got it. Sapphire's forced through the smoke, and another kill for Thea, and that's the pistol round for Dig.
That's the pistol round for Dig, and I cannot believe I just did what you did in that opening. I had my Discord muted, but
nice.
Yeah. I want to be like you, Jason.
No one's ever said that before. I don't know exactly how to react. Yeah. Well, what'd you think of the pistol round?
I mean, textbook, right? Textbook indeed. I mean, Emily, she had that smoke in that kit from the beginning of the round. She started things off and she kind of ended things off as well. So textbook retake coming out for the Dig side of things. And right off the bat, you can see that Able, they're throwing in that tactical pause, that tactical timeout. And I mean, I guess that's fair. They're deciding to buy off the back of it. So they need to pull out one of their confidence strategies coming into this round here, Jason. One of their pocket pick strat.
Yeah, the old bread and butter. You know, whatever your most reliable strategy is, you run it right now. And I mean, you were critical of a second round buy on Inferno when they were on the CT side and down relatively big. Here it makes a bit more sense because they have the AK-47s.
Absolutely. Definitely makes a little bit more sense. And especially because Exile, I mean, she was so pivotal in that second round forced buy in the first half with that scout. I think, you know, she probably has what it takes to kind of replicate that, especially because this is round 3, baby. Third time's a charm. So Exile, she's just hopping around with that scout, trying to find some sort of a duel that she wants. And actually, Rain, she gets tagged down. She's already squished up a little bit here.
Yeah, 2 of the defenders are at this outer bomb site. Artstar and Rain. And they're both going to be right at the bomb train. And now Milk. Oh, that's a huge fight to win. There's nowhere to go in that position. Oh, this is crazy, though. All these different entrances to the outer bomb site, and all 5 players of Able Esports are coming through Team Mid, and it's just way too easy for Milk on top of the train. No one Ivy, no one ladder. 1 point of attack, and Dignitas handles it well.
I'm not sure if that was the bread and butter strat.
I would hope not.
Yeah, I think things didn't pan out quite like Abel wanted things to. And I think that if Smiley, I'm not sure, maybe Exile wasn't aware that she squished up so many of the Dig members. Maybe if that information was passed out, then we would have seen a different look coming out for Abel. But that definitely seemed like a desperation move, which they weren't in a position to feel so desperate, I think.
Yeah, I would agree. I was actually surprised to see them go for that kind of a hit, especially with all 5 players just falling back to that mid position. But oh well, 10-7. And I mean, I don't know. That's a huge issue when you think of how many rounds they're going to have to grind away on this T side to force overtime, to win the map, to force us onto a third map. They're in a very deep hole, and at least for this one round, they cannot buy anything. Smoke flash on Kimmy, upgraded pistol on Smiley and on Bouchard, and that's it.
Yeah, and I think going into this first gun round, I mean, I'm putting all my eyes over towards Bouchard. I mean, she had such an insane train match to open things out for Abel and actually find that first W that we had this morning. I mean, she was really just kind of pugging it out towards that inner all by her lonesome and finding the picks. I don't think things are going to be quite as easy this time around, so she's got a lot of work to actually do. And this is, I mean, once again, just pistols on the back of Abel, but they're in CT spawn. They're all the way made it into CT spawn. Thea, this is easy kills for her. Easy frags. Bomb is down. She finds a third for herself, and Bouchard gets taken out as well. So it did look spicy because Abel was all the way in CT spawn, but all along, Dig, they kind of knew what was happening.
Yeah, and again, I mean, kind of like that second round force buy from Abel, all 5 players went Ivy towards CT spawn as well. And just in that second round, all 5 players in T mid. So even this time, there's no second front of that attack. Even just like one player with the Deagle coming from Vauxhalls, with the way Dignitas, everyone turned to defend against that position, you might have been able to do some work. Might have been able. Still a long shot either way, so not a huge deal. Opening kill goes to Emily with that off pick towards T mid. It's Exile down for the round.
Not sure where the flashbangs were there for Abel's side of things to try to set Exile up for an easier pick. But Emily, I mean, she'll take those. She'll take those all day. That's an easy opening kill for her. And Bouchard, she's got this brown hall control, but at this point with a man down, they need this ladder control. And Smiley, she's doing her best, but she's all alone. And Milk is doing a great job just maintaining and holding the line here.
Holding the line. Back to the inner bomb site we go. This will take a little bit, as a couple players still have to walk through white halls and showers above and past the ladder without being heard. So, I mean, never mind. Just throw it all out the window because Dignitas knows everything that's happening. 3 players initially defending this bomb site. Artstar is there for the flank. They're going to drop down the ladder, though. Artstar's still going to have a fast flank no matter where they go, but Milk might not even need the help. She's got the flashbang out. There's Artstar. They now know the flank is open, and the hit outside has made no progress. So, a 12th round for this Dignitas defense, and they're up 12-7.
Oof. Yeah, one by one. We've seen it kind of been the storyline here for the T side of Abel. It's just very kind of one-dimensional. Not enough layers to kind of get past the defense of Dig. You're going to need to bring a lot more flashbangs and utility or headshots to be able to get past this defense right now, because you even saw it, Artstar, she was pushed into team middle, and so the jig was kind of up at that point. Thea, she's going to be under a lot of pressure towards this inner, and Emily's got her back, though.
Ooh, nice double kill, and there's the pounce from Thea, transferring over quite nicely with a little bit of help from Milk's flashbang. 13-7. This is looking like a breeze. It feels like Dignitas is just going to start running away with this. Another buy round coming up for Able Esports. Another chance for them to fight back, but it's been a while since we felt like they haven't won a round yet in the second half.
Yeah, it's definitely been a while, and even the rounds that they've been losing, it hasn't really put a lot of faith that they're going to have what it takes to get a lot more rounds on the board to actually win this second half. But Kimmy, she's made her way out of T-Con, and actually she's got a lot of mates with her. E-box control is theirs. R-Star, she finds a quick opening. A lot of Molotovs and pressure her way, though.
Yeah, they should be just fine from here. Milk, oh, the wrapper on a missed shot, but it's okay because Rain is still alive, and so is Thea. Rain, one more through the smoke just for good measure, just to really be an asshole about it. And Dignitas has a massive lead. 6 rounds, about to be 7. I believe they know where Bouchard is just by this smoke Molotov combination that was thrown.
Yeah, Bouchard finds herself all alone here in ladder room, and she's got the time on her side, but once again, this is just one of those situations where Dig have to make all the mistakes in order to give Bouchard an actual chance into this round. And there's an ankle. There's a little bit of an elbow. Bouchard had a chance potentially, but meh.
Yeah, it wasn't much of one. I mean, really smart play from Rain to just kind of show the shoulder and have the information and just kind of hide. And you know she has to swing out to fight, and you've got a teammate with an op ready and waiting. So just good, smart decision-making from Rain, who had a very good round overall. And Dignitas, yeah, they're looking to secure this very quickly in 2. 14-7.
14-7, man, what a huge difference so far from that first half coming into the second. It just does seem like Dig have full control, and Emily, she's feeling that confidence, feeling that full control because she goes for more. Her teammate sets her up. Yeah, that's an Ivy pick.
I wanted to see her go for 2. Maybe I'm just getting crazy. I was ready for it. Milk, oh, controls the spray and finds Exile. Now climbing the ladder as well. Is going to get Bouchard, who is brought very low by Rain. And again, Dignitas just have this so well handled. I believe they even know the position of Sapphire, at least that she was out towards Ivy at a certain point. So 2 on 4, and the bomb is dropped in an awful position. And now Milk has moved into an aggressive angle at Team Mid as well. So even map control being denied now. And I mean, this is one of those rounds, I don't even know if there's a right way to play this. If you're Able Esports, you're just relying on bad decisions or a mistake from Dig. And actually, they're going to save.
Yeah, I think you not figuring it out, well, Able Esports also are not able to figure it out. You saw them kind of looking towards each other, calculating what their actual move could be, but the margins, this just getting tougher and tougher, so they're just going to save. And Dig, I mean, they're showing some restraint. They're showing some respect. Thea's got $12,000 on her back, Emily $14K, and they're still not chasing.
They're going to chase. I think they're just, you know, they're thinking as well, you know, there was 45, 50 seconds left when Able Esports decided to make the decision to save, right? So they're letting the clock run down a little bit lower, but certainly they're not going to find him now. So a couple guns will get brought away. Sapphire will have full utility with 2 flashbangs picked up. Smiley can't do anything. She'll buy a decoy, and that'll do absolutely nothing. Bouchard, they can all have rifles. It's just they'll have to drop down to Galil's or light armor. So tough times for Able Esports in their final battle for the map.
Oh boy, definitely tough times. This is an uphill battle if I've ever seen one, Jason. This
battle's over, Potter. It's done.
Testing your Jinx powers once again, I see, Jason.
Just flexing a little bit, see what I can do with it.
Well, hopefully you are what Able Esports needed to turn things around, because moving forward into this round, they've got some weapons to work with, and actually they've got a decent amount of utility as well. But the problem is there's just not any sort of success that Able can depend on, like in rounds past. Like during this timeout, usually you could be talking about what rounds looked close or where you found some success in the past. But that discussion, that conversation becomes so much more difficult when you haven't found that sort of success. So Able Esports this time around, they're just jumping out and rushing out Team Mid, throwing whatever they can at the wall, seeing if anything sticks, and nothing has stuck, Jason. Nothing.
No, but this is the other problem is I feel like, I mean, this is a little bit nitpicky and critical, but Smiley almost should have been running with that kind of a play, considering Exile and Kimmy just rushed out middle. The other 3 players of Able Esports are nowhere to be found in terms of the battle. Now, they're coming in late and they're still having success, which kind of makes me feel a bit silly, but I still feel like that hit could have been way more coordinated. And now Thea, first kill for her. And a good chance for a second coming up behind the blue box. It's a headshot angle, and she can't handle it.
Yeah, she's going for more. She wants these duels, and that's gonna be to her demise, because her going down and giving up this much map control towards the CT spawn is gonna put so much pressure on Emily. You see her rotating. Now she's paranoid. Now she doesn't know how far these attackers have made it into CT spawn. So this is the opportunity that Able Esports absolutely needed to get their first round on the board, potentially save themselves of losing out this series. But oh, that's an uncharacteristic miss. That's a huge miss for Emily. Wait,
yeah.
But
well, where else are you going to go from there? You got to get into the bomb site to get the bomb planted, and she makes the run. Bouchard not able to peek and help out. Now she's left in an impossible 1 versus 2, and she gets dropped from behind from Artstar. So 16-7 is going to be the score in the favor of Dignitas. They take the series 2-0. An admirable attempt from Able Esports, but I mean, we kind of started this out saying, as far as the world ranking goes, Dignitas surely the top 3 in women's Counter-Strike, and they showed it today.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I think on paper and even in that server, even by the eye test, you could see that Dig, they were ready to play. They were ready to stamp their ground and say that that they're just a better team. So I think it was pretty obvious coming into this series that they were the better team, and they showed it in that server as well.
Yeah, not too bad at all from Dig. We're going to head to a break. When we come back, we'll have the desk break things down. I believe we'll have a chat as usual with the winners, and we'll get on. We've got one more series tonight, so stay tuned, and we'll be right back at DreamHack.
Welcome back to the DreamHack Showdown Summer 2020, and as you can see there, Dignitas dominating their CT side of trying to take down Able Esports White 2-0. And Vilga, you weren't impressed with Able's ideas on the T sides of either maps today. Why was that?
Well, if we take Inferno as the first map, I really didn't like that they just left Banana. They didn't even try to retake Banana. We could see that every time they would just stay in ramp and they would just, you know, get naded constantly, get spun through the smokes, and they would just try to go take apps control or take mid control, and they were just failing with it. But this one round, when they retook Banana and they, you know, just popped in B and they won this one round. So I was just really surprised why they didn't keep on doing this.
Oh, we've already got a phone call on the way. Let's pick up because I believe we got Thea from Dignitas joining us. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Kitty.
Thea.
Hello.
The ace on Inferno, I've got to start there. How did you manage to not only bust your way into the B site, but then solo hold that plant?
Honestly, I don't remember the specifics of that round because I was just playing my game. And then at the end, I was like, oh no. When I pulled out my molly, I was like, no, I'm going to lose this round. It's so important. But I just closed it out and it worked.
I want to ask though, like, is it an instinctive game sense thing that you've developed over time, or does anyone in the team talk to you in those situations? How does it work?
I mean, I've definitely improved a lot playing with my team the past year, but yeah, just over time I learned how to play different situations and it just came to me that round, I guess.
Yeah, definitely amazing and reactive play by you, especially on Inferno where you got 30 kills. That's really impressive.
Thank you.
My question is, how is it going with the trials there? Tell me.
The tryouts.
I saw that you're also looking for players even from South America and Europe. So how is it going so far?
Yeah, we got to try out a few really good girls and it's going really well. We've picked a few who we really like and yeah, news to come soon.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
So I wanted to look forward a little bit because this game went pretty flawless. But of course, tomorrow, most likely, you will have a little bit of a harder matchup, potentially going up against CLG Red. How are you guys going into that game and how are you guys going to prepare?
My team is extremely confident going into every game in this tournament. We scrim against advanced teams every single day, and we're just playing our game, doing our basics, and it's working. So we're going to stick to that.
I do want to ask about the T side of Train, though. Obviously, CT side, flawless, fabulous, very Beyonce. But the T side, that opening half, what was going on there?
I don't recall exactly what was happening, but I'm sure we just lost a few easy rounds. But our CT side, we really picked it back up, and that's what matters.
And I want to ask what it was like for you playing against Bouchard, because she wasn't deemed the right fit for Dignitas. But that does mean after, say, a month or so of being on trial with you guys, she's trained with you, she knows your playbook. So were you conscious of being anti-stratted?
Right. No, I don't think we were going to be anti-stratted. We just played our basic game. We really just stuck to our basics and it worked out.
So is there more to see from Dignitas tomorrow?
Oh, of course. There's always more to see.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait to see what you bring to that upper bracket final tomorrow.
Thank you.
I like that. There's a quiet confidence there, Vilga, and you tried, and I applaud you for that. But she wasn't giving anything away. What did you see though with their T side, Dignitas? Because I felt like actually that sometimes it was a little bit sloppy, as I believe Potter would describe it as well.
Yeah, on Train definitely they started pretty sloppy. Especially you could see this, you know, overconfidence they were going to, like even like this one of these eco rounds that they had, they would just split, they jumped down lower without waiting for their teammates, but then slowly round by round they were getting into the game. But props to Able Esports because they were really proactive. They tried different things. They tried pop control, they tried mid control, even pushing B together, but Dignitas just always had answer on this.
So actually you think it's not that Able were not trying, it's just maybe they were not winning the duels, they didn't quite have the skill and experience of Dignitas?
Yeah, probably. There were many situations where Able were caught off guard, you know, where they were like in the middle of nowhere. So I guess it's just either lack of experience or just nerves.
I'm wondering about Able rolling back to Inferno. For example, Arch Control. Dignitas seems to be able to take it whether there was a player there or not. Veerless, do you think that when, I guess, Able switched things up and left that Arch side alone, it was the right thing to do?
Well, maybe not per se. Of course, maybe early round, if you expect a push, you can maybe take things a little bit more passively. But leaving that side completely open, and then sometimes they had like 3 people over on short, it kind of got the better of them, and it kind of got abused against them so many times. You know, 1 or 2 times it's fine, but if it keeps on happening, you kind of need to do something with that. And I have a feeling, you know, maybe the lack of experience kind of resulted in, you know, not them having the answers for it in this scenario, sadly.
Well, Vilga, I'm pleased to say we've got time for you to actually take us to the drawing board this time. So you're going to delve into one of those early rounds on Inferno for us.
Oh yeah, let's go. So I want to show, first of all, how Dignitas were taking banana control. I really like that way. So they smoked the banana from almost city spawn, and then Milk would put the closed molly. She would jump for the information and raid with flash. So this is how they took banana all the time. And then the usage of their nades was just insane. Like every round, poor Kimmy down banana. She was either 50 HP or she would be just spammed through the smoke. But at the same time, I want you to pay attention on the way Dignitas are playing on A, and this is what I don't like. They're playing 3 on A, and basically, if Able would play some, you know, do some aggressive round, for example, rush B, the rotation would be just so slow from A, and same from B, and this is what happens. Able taking mid control, they wait till the smoke fades. Then R-Star is being over-aggressive, Smiley kills her. When smoke is about to fade, these girls in top mid, they're just waiting, you know, for re-aggression from CT side, and this is where they catch them. At the same time, Bushheart is walking out apps, the same what she did against Dangerous Game on the train on B. And this is just, here you can see the rotations from B are so slow. Able already have A side control, and this is when the rotation only comes.
Do you think the slow rotations were because they were underestimating Able, or just because they were wary of, say, Able running like a default or something and not wanting to be caught out?
No, I just think it's just kind of wrong to be so split, you know, from banana and A apps are so far away. It's so hard for this rotation. So I think this was just like a kind of mistake by Dignitas.
Well, neither team is going home or taking the trophy just yet. We'll see both of the teams playing tomorrow. But right now, we need to get ready for our final best of 3 of the day. It's our second upper bracket semi-final, and it's going to be between CLG Red, and that's what she said. So CLG Red, get the hell out of Twitch chat and get onto that server, because you've got a match to play.